Back with me to talk about the legacy of Bruce Lee here at the Academy Museum is Mark Dacascos. Welcome back, Mark.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
So now we're going to watch The Big Boss.
Yes.
From 1971.
Yes.
So let's talk about the context of this film. Bruce Lee returns to Hong Kong to become a film star, to get opportunities that he wasn't getting in the United States.
That's right. And this first movie, directed by Lo Wei, screenplay by Lo Wei, takes place in Thailand. So he's a fish out of water, and I think what people will get immediately is that Bruce's character is likable. And then the second thing is that how long he makes us wait before he fights.
Yes.
I won't say exactly how long, but I've timed it, and I'm thinking, wow. But the great thing is, it's that anticipation, and you feel the audience with Bruce's character, with what he's going through in the story, as his anxieties and energies and passion, power rises. The anticipation of the audience, I think, also matches that, so that when he finally goes off, it's incredible. He explodes.
Yes, you're so right. We wait.
We wait.
And another common thing in his films is that he's coming from outside. He's an outsider.
Yes, outsider, that fish out of water theme, which he uses a few times in his movies. And, it's interesting to see him, walk the minefield of different cultures and energies and still stay himself. And again, you see him using that in the fight scenes. All of these characters have different rhythms and different moves. But when Bruce starts executing his punches and kicks and throws, it's almost like he's in a different world. The rhythm, 1, 2, 3, boom! And Bruce pops out of nowhere, and he goes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, pop, 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 boom! And he's moving, and then there's that quiet, and you get a little bit of his face and his heart, bam, and then he smacks again. That, as far as I've seen, wasn't known. It wasn't on the screen yet. You'd always see beautiful choreography in Hong Kong Chinese films and martial arts films, but the change of rhythm and explosiveness, and bam, snap and retraction. Even if you wanted to block and knew it was coming, unless you're, a superhero, there'd be no way you could even see it coming and make contact. Yeah. That's how fast he was. Wow. At least to me.
Yes.
And that energy explodes off the screen. And that energy that he has in his fights, he has contained in his dialogue scenes and his non-speaking scenes. It's there, which makes it so lovely to just, when's it coming?
Right.
When's it coming?
Absolutely. As we wait, too, he's doing other things in terms of his acting, his eye movements and his gestures.
Yes. Think about this. His first film, we know he's great at Kung Fu. We've heard about this. And he makes us wait for that long and still compels us to watch him. Mm-hmm. He was an actor, a really good actor.
Absolutely. Well, we'll talk more about the plot and what happens in the film after we watch it. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
From 1971, here's Bruce Lee in The Big Boss. Back with me to discuss The Big Boss, I'm here with Mark Dacascos.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Let's talk about Bruce Lee's style and where it comes from. What were the influences on him?
So, as far as I understand, Bruce started training martial arts at the age of 13. He had been acting before that, but martial arts at 13 with the famous Wing Chun teacher, Yip Man. So he had a Chinese Kung Fu background, but from what I've read and from what I've heard and from Shannon Lee's book and Linda Lee's book and the Tao of Jeet Kune Do, he followed boxing. He was a fan of Muhammad Ali. He worked with Chuck Norris, the karate champion. He was really open to whatever worked. And I would argue that he was like that in every aspect of his life, based off of my interpretation of what he's written and what those 3 books have told us. He was an open-hearted, open-minded man, and if it worked, let's use it. In terms of the martial arts, I think he really showed us that there's a big world of what you can do with action. It doesn't have to be one style or the other. It can be a lot of, or combined, or focused on. And he does that. He shows us that. And influences in acting, again, I think going back to his father being an actor, and then Bruce being a philosopher, you get in touch with life and you ask these questions, sometimes with answers and sometimes without. And I think he's able to show that in the emotions, in his expressions, in the little physical actions that he does. You feel it. And what I love about it is that it always feels grounded. He feels present.
Yes. And I wonder if this openness to many different styles that you're describing makes for a better screen presentation of martial arts.
I think so. It's about the person that is practicing the martial art that makes said art good or great, not the art itself. You know, I have seen people in my life that they can do a lot of different moves. Let me go back and just make it on myself, because that way nobody gets mad at me. I was doing a move with one of my kung fu teachers, and bam, I hit it, and I felt like I did everything technically correct. And he said to me, Mark, movement without spirit is nothing. And I think that's Bruce.
Wow.
It's not about the technical. It's the heart.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for talking about Bruce Lee and his philosophies and his legacy.
Thank you,
And
Jacqueline.
we're going to continue the conversation next week.
Perfect.
Thank you. So
Thank
see you
you.
back here.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please stay with us for more on TCM.